Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. Whether you are new or returning, thank you for visiting. Yesterday I had a chemical peel. So as you can see, my skin is looking pretty good right now for the most part. Maybe a little pink in a few places. But before I start peeling and get all flaky, I wanted to go ahead and get out a video. And I don't know that I'll have it up today. It may be like Thursday. Yeah, maybe Thursday before I can actually get it up, because today's Tuesday. Anyway, I want to show you the skincare and the makeup that I'm going to be using during this time. As you can see, like today, I just have on some eye makeup, and that's all I do during this time, like for about 2 weeks after my chemical peel. I don't use a tinted sunscreen or a tinted moisturizer. I just keep it pretty neutral with the eyes, and I'll show you those products in a minute. First, I want to start off and show you some of the products that I use in the morning and at night. I'm not going to do any demonstrations because I just want to kind of get to the point with some of these products and show you what I do. But if you have any questions, please, by all means, comment below, because I'll be glad to answer them for you. So, the cleanser, my preference is either like a cleansing oil or a cleansing milk or cream, because they're going to be very gentle on your skin. I don't want anything that's going to have anything abrasive in it. I don't use anything that's foaming. This is the one that I'm using right now, and it's by, I think, NIA or NIA 24. It's a gentle cleansing cream. And I got this from Hilary, a friend of mine, at the Laser and Skin Surgery Center. They also have a MediSpa, and she works in the MediSpa in Sacramento, California. I went there last summer and had a facial, and she gave me this cleanser, and I kind of been holding on to it because I knew it would be perfect for this time of year when I have my chemical peels. And it's been fabulous. I like that cleanser a lot, and I would highly recommend it. The next step that I do, instead of like a mist or anything, I am just sticking to my Jordan Samuel Hydrate, which has hyaluronic acid and cucumber in it. So it's very soothing, and it has a very light scent. I don't have to worry about how much product I'm applying because it absorbs so nicely. I've had times I've thought that I put too much product on. I just waited a minute, and then I couldn't believe how easily it absorbed into my skin. My skin just drank it up. Maybe that means that I needed the extra. I don't know. But yeah, it's a great serum. I take it under my eyes, even onto my neck and my chest. Next step in the morning is, of course, eye cream. So I have been using the Amorepacific Future Response, and this side has SPF, so it's used during the day. This side is supposed to be used for the nighttime, and I am out of that. So I'm finishing up the other side that has the day eye cream and with the SPF. For moisturizer on my face, I've been using the Kate Somerville Goat Milk, and I love that most of her products, her face creams, and I think even all of her eye creams, they all have some sort of a pump, whether it's in a jar, like the typical tall, skinny kind, or in this type of a jar. And I usually tell people use half a pump. So I don't know, I'm just gonna use about that much for right now. And then I'm gonna put on the back of my hand. See how lightweight this looks? You would think, oh gosh, that's not very moisturizing at all, but it's very surprising because it's goat milk and it's very moisturizing. It's great for sensitive skin. I'm using it on the backs of my hands now because I don't want to waste the product. But it's great for sensitive skin, so this is nice and soothing and calming for me right now. Now, any time of year, whether it's cloudy or if it's raining, sunny, whatever, I'm going to use sunscreen. So right now, what I want to make sure I use is a sunscreen that has either zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, just because it's a little more gentle on my skin. So I like to use the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream SPF 30. And this has, the zinc is not nano, which I know some people are concerned about that. This, in the summertime, if I use this, I use it as my moisturizer and as my sunscreen. In the wintertime, I can easily layer this over another moisturizer and don't have any problems I've never had any problems layering it on any of the moisturizers that I've used. So that's always kind of nice. And then in the evening, I, of course, use my cleanser and then the Hydrate serum from Jordan Samuel. Last night, I used this sheet mask, and it's moisturizing and calming, soothing. So I try to use a sheet mask each night after a chemical peel because it's so moisturizing and the skin is so plump and hydrated after using them. It doesn't matter necessarily what brand it is. You want to look and see what type of mask it is. I'm not going to use anything right now that's firming or brightening. I have plenty of those, but I try to stick right now. I'll stick to just the moisturizing, hydrating, calming, soothing, that, you know, those keywords, and look at some of the ingredients just to make sure there's nothing in there that, you know, that I think might irritate my skin and just be bad for it right now in general. I also use a lash serum that, can you see that? This is Grand Lash MD. I've been using it for almost 3 months now, and you just use it along the lash line. I actually had some eyelashes that fell out, and I don't think it was related to that. It just happens from time to time, but like right in here, I had a bunch of eyelashes that fell out, and I was surprised. I kept using this, and I was surprised at how fast those lashes grew back. I was really impressed. It's not necessarily a lash serum that's going to make your eyelashes grow and just like touch your eyebrows. Probably want a different product for that, but this is nice. It gives my lashes some extra length, and I like it quite a bit. For eye cream, what I've been using at night is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. Is so pretty new to me, but it's nice. It has a light scent, very moisturizing. You need just a very small amount. Then for my moisturizer, I've been using the Derma Hydrating Night Cream, and you can probably see I'm going through that almost not too far from the bottom. I was thinking I might have it finished by the end of the month, but maybe mid-March. So that was gifted to me from the brand, and this is something that I will buy. I will replenish this. I like this so much. See how thick it, can you see how thick it looks? What I love about this eye cream, or this face cream, still stuck on the eye cream, the face cream, is that it tells you to put on a thick layer. And when you do, the great thing about it is I put on a thick layer, I don't touch it, I leave it alone for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then when I go and I do touch my skin, it doesn't feel like tacky or anything like that. It just feels like it's moisturized and it's plumped and hydrated. I don't think I've been able to apply too much. I love it. Like I said, yes, it was gifted, but I'll be repurchasing that. Okay, makeup. As you can see, I don't have much makeup on, and it looks like even less with the camera, which I'm hoping, I apologize. I know the lighting isn't great, but I lost daylight. So, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I'm using other lighting. So, in my video the other day, I think, maybe two videos ago, my budget beauty haul, I shared with you that I really am liking this e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Under Eye Primer. It's possible that even any eye primer, even face primer, you could use under your eyes. So I have fine lines, and I get crinkly when I smile and laugh, which I do throughout the day. And what happens is I end up with, it settles into my fine lines. So I decided to try this because I read some really good reviews on it. It's a very lightweight lotion, and it just takes the tiniest bit and I go ahead and press it in around, and I even take it up to my lash line because I do get, you know, I get crinkles and fine lines up there when I'm laughing too. So the next thing that I do is, let me back up. I let that set for a minute. And a lot of times while I'm letting that set, if I don't have something else I'm going to do, I go ahead and apply my eyeshadow. I tend to use anything that's, any eyeshadow that's like in a cream formula, whether it's in a pot or if it's a stick or in a liquid format. I have on Bobbi Brown's Long Wear eyeshadow, and it's called Sandy Gold. And you can see it's just a light color. It wears all day. It doesn't crease. She has a ton of shades that, I mean, there's got to be something for everyone there. She's got neutrals. She has like a nice lavender shade that isn't too lavender. It's very warm. The next step that I do in the morning, because I have dark circles, is I use an corrector. This is the Armani Master Corrector. Two other that I have in my stash are Bobbi Brown. One is kind of like, it's more of a creamy, and it's her original corrector. If you are familiar with Bobbi Brown at all, then you know what I'm talking about. She also has one called Intensive Skin Supplement, and that is in a tube, and it has a doe foot applicator. This has a brush applicator, and this is in shade 1. And this does a great job, but even the Bobbi Brown, they all do a great job of toning down that dark circles. It doesn't completely conceal it. And not that, I mean, obviously you can see mine aren't completely concealed. They're just kind of, believe me, they're toned down for sure. They're not as bad as they normally would be. And then on top of that, like, I'll go ahead and I'll blend that in, and I'll use, you know, some kind of a concealer brush. And then lately I've been using the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I like this quite a bit. Sponge tip, you got to be careful not to twist out too much, or it can get pretty messy. And then again, I blend that with my concealer brush, and I'm gonna, again, I'll have a video on all this later. And then the other two things that I do, I'm not putting on any blush or anything else on the rest of my face. I just use I use a mascara, and right now I'm using the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. This is nice because you can put one layer on, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's a light layer, but I still have a good amount of color. I can add another layer or two, and I really, you know, then I've got wow lashes. So I like that this is buildable. At first I was kind of disappointed that I put one layer on and I didn't have wow lashes, but that's okay, because I think it's probably better to have both options with one concealer. And then the last step, other than a lip product, that I do is I use Bobbi Brown's Natural Brow Shaper. The reason that I use this a lot of times during the week is because I don't necessarily have time to use a brow pencil. So I'll use this. This is just a, you know, it's like a gel type product. And what it does is it gives my brows a little bit of a tint, but it also keeps them in place. But it's not sticky. They don't feel stiff or tacky. They feel soft. I mean, I'm sure they could move, but they do a little bit maybe, but for the most part, they stay in place for the full day. So that's it. That's what I'm going to be doing the next 2 weeks. Is pretty simple. I know once the peeling is done with my skin, and I feel like, you know, it's kind of back to normal, then I will add, you know, some more products, whether it's makeup or skincare. I call it listening to my skin, and if I think that something is gentle enough, then I'll use it, but nothing too aggressive right now. During the week, while I'm at work, I keep a hydrating mist and a moisturizer at my desk, because I'm definitely going to have times where I get that itchy feeling and I just need something that's going to help to relieve that. And I keep the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator on hand. This has organic vitamin infused aloe water. So it's going to be soothing and it's going to help relieve the redness. What I do is I just spray it into one of my hands and then I kind of rub them together and then press it into my skin. I do notice immediate relief from this itchiness, and I don't have quite the urge to kind of scratch it and work on those flakes, because I know we all have that urge when you've had a chemical peel or any kind of treatment. It's tough, but you know, we got to resist it as much as we can. I can't stress that enough. So the other thing that I keep at my desk, as I mentioned, is a moisturizer, and I keep a sample size of moisturizer at my desk because I don't need a full size at work. And this Skin Ceuticals is what I've been using recently. Is Triple Lipid Restore 242. I'll be honest, I haven't really researched it. I haven't looked at the ingredients, so I can't speak to what the claims are or what's in the ingredients. I can tell you that it does have a little bit of a scent. It doesn't bother me, but if you're sensitive to fragrance, I would check the ingredient list to see if you can figure out what that might be. And this is a really lovely cream. It absorbs nicely. It feels really good on my skin. It's very soothing. So I can use either one of these during the week, and it really helps with the to kind of smooth down the flakes and take away some of that itchiness and irritation. If you have any questions, please, comment below. If there's any recommendations that you have for products that you think I might like during this time, I definitely would love to hear that. Anything, comment below and I'll respond. If you have not already subscribed, I would love it if you would be honored. Just hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when I have new videos that I upload, which will probably be about once a week, just hit the little bell. After you hit subscribe, and then a bell will show up, and hit that bell, and it's a notifications bell, and you'll get notified. And then if you like this, please hit the thumbs up, and I would appreciate that as well. Thank you for joining me, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.